Question 33. A radio station tower was built in two sections. This is the radio station. Was built in two sections. This is one and this is another one. Okay. From a point 87 feet from the base of the tower. A point. From this point, which is 87 feet away from the radio station. Okay. The angle of elevation. The angle of elevation is from base to the top. Okay, which is the angle of elevation of the top of the first section, which means from this point to this point is 25 degrees. Is 25 degrees. And the angle of elevation of the top of the second section is 40 degrees, which means from this point to the top of the second section, which is 40 degrees. Now, the question is asking what is the height of the top section of the tower, which means the question is asking we need to know this height, only the top part. There are two parts of the building. Okay, this is part 1 and this is part 2. The question is asking about the second part, the height of the second section of the radio tower. Now, if I'm saying this as x and the height of the first tower I'm saying as y. This is y. Now consider the small triangle, this triangle, which is angle 25. Now, according to this angle, this side is opposite and this side is adjacent. So opposite, adjacent. I'm using the small triangle. Okay, opposite, adjacent, sine, cosine or tan. Opposite, adjacent means I have to use tan, because I have to find opposite and adjacent is given 87. That's why I'm using tan. So tan, which angle? 25, because I'm considering the small triangle. So tan 25 equal opposite, that is what I'm going to find, which is y, over adjacent. Adjacent is 87. So in place of adjacent, I'm writing 87 like this. Now, as we know that after writing this one, if the numerator is missing, if you want to find the numerator, directly multiply. So y equal 87 times tan 25. By using calculator, I got the answer as 40.568766. Round the answer to nearest tenth. Tenth means after point the first place. But we have to look forward for the next place, which is 6. And 6 is more than 5. So 10th place will get increased by 1. And the rest of the places will get dropped. So the answer is 40.6. This 40.6 is the height of the first section of the radio tower. Okay, but we need to know what is the height of the second part. To find the second part, we have to consider the entire triangle, this one, the big one, with angle 40 degrees. With angle 40 degrees. If I consider this as 40, then this complete height I'm going to consider as z. So here opposite side is z. I'm going to find the complete height. Opposite side is z. I have to find opposite, and as we know, adjacent is 87. So again, opposite, adjacent. Again, I have to use tan, but here the angle is 40 degrees because we consider the entire triangle. So tan 40 equal opposite. Here opposite is the entire radio station with first section and the second section, the total height, which is z. So opposite is z over adjacent. Adjacent I got it, which is 87. So in place of adjacent, I'm going to write 87. Now, after writing this one, if the numerator is missing, if you want to find the numerator, which is z, if you want to find the z value, then just multiply. So z equal 87 times tan 40. Now, by using calculator, I got the value of z, which is 73.00166. but we have to round the answer to nearest tenth. Tenth means after point the first place up to 0. But look forward for the next place, which is 0, and 0 is less than 5. So this 10th place remains same, and the rest all places get dropped. So the z value is 73.0. Try to understand the meaning of z. 73.0 feet, which means the total height of the radio station, which includes session 1 and session 2. But I know the session 1, which is y, which is 40.6 feet. I have to find the second part. To find the second part, it's easy. From the total height, just subtract y. Subtract this, you get x. So x equal, the total is 73, okay, minus y, which is 46.3. If I subtract, I got the answer as 32.4, which is option A.